To give a quick update. Before I get started though, I wanted to say something because I want to talk about it at the end. The only way this is going to be a success, this martial arts school is going to be a success, is if I build a team. A great team would be awesome, but you have to start with any team, and I'll talk more about that at the end. This is going to be a brief update because I have to run to the sign shop. I painted everything here. I spent the first day cleaning it. Second day, I wasn't able to get in. I had too much stuff to do elsewhere. So I've only had a couple days to really work on the space, but I've been able to get a lot done. I like the new color. It's very professional looking, I think, but it's also kind of a soothing color. I still have to cut in the tops a little bit, but I didn't have a ladder until today. I got my ladder at the pawn shop. Pawn shops are a great place. Well, it depends on what side you're on. I'm sure some people steal and sell at the pawn shop, but pawn shops are a great place to pick up equipment like that you don't want to pay full price for, that you might not use all the time, and you can always resell it or donate it because you don't have a lot of money invested. I wasn't able to bring a lot of stuff from the last school to this school, so I just have the bare basics. So anyway, got everything painted, especially that red. I'll show you the bathroom because I got rid of that red too. It's no longer red and gold. I'm gonna paint the ceiling white in there to make it look a little bit taller. This place has got some nice storage in there. Been working on the storage. Some new storage units I have to put together when I get back for right here. A little bit more painting there. But I had the Wi-Fi and the internet installed this week. I've been waiting for the guy to come and replace my exit signs. Make sure before you get your inspection from the fire department, you hire somebody to come in, or if you know how to do that stuff, you can replace it yourself. But there's also a fire extinguisher back there that has to be certified. So he'll come in today when I get back. He should be here at 1. And I'm gonna have him replace these old style exit signs with the new ones. They're LED. They last forever, and they take very little energy. They don't use a lot of electricity. There's a wire coming out from there, it's stereo wire, and then there's stereo units here. I tried it out, the sound is really good. I also have another sound system that I can use that's Wi-Fi, but if I wanted to do a dedicated thing there, I can set it up. I got my Wi-Fi cameras. Amazon bought that Ring company, the one that makes the doorbell, so now they're starting to bring out lots more products. That's the Ring camera. I've got one in the front. I'll have one here for the back. It'll act as my security. I didn't want to invest in a really expensive one, but I wanted to show you this. This is the project I've been working on for the last hour. These are my sign faces. I took them off myself and I peeled off the vinyl. It said Kung Fu USA. They're no longer here. I'm gonna run over and have them put the new sign face on. It'll take them, they said 30 minutes. It'll cost me a fraction of what it would cost. I still have to get the permit from the city, but the city said, go ahead, do it, show us what you've got, and we'll give you the permit in the next week or so. But I saved myself $1,000. All the quotes that I had were $1,200 to about $1,800 to take these two signs. I've got two great signs. I've got a sign that faces the main street, US Highway 1, and one that goes on the side street where there's a ton of traffic and people are coming out of all these other businesses. So I was able to pull them out myself, use a little bit of elbow grease and a straight razor and patience, which I don't have a lot of all the time, but I got them cleaned off, and they'll squirt them with some extra heavy duty sign cleaner. They'll put my new stuff on. I'll have them back here in 30 minutes, put my signs up, and it'll cost me about $200 compared to $1,200 to $1,850 or whatever they were quoting me. Now that's what I wanted to talk about. That segues into this piece of having other people help me out. When you open a business, and I've learned this the hard way, so I've probably run my own business now for closing in on 30 years, 26, 27 years that I've been in charge or whatever, and I haven't always been the best at building teams. I have built teams, and when we've done the best, we've had a strong team. It doesn't have to be a big team, but I'm doing some of these things myself so I can save money so that I can hire people, and then I'm gonna also save money so that I can spend on advertising, marketing and advertising. And we're gonna do some very directed things that I learned in the last martial arts school. I'll pick those up. I'll fill this school up very quickly because of what we can do with Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and other social media. But the other part of that is one of the first things that I'll do is I'm gonna hire somebody to answer my phones and work the front desk and sign people up. Most people wait and wait and wait. I would rather take less money. I would rather do all this stuff, paint it myself, clean it myself, install everything myself, fix everything I can, do my own signs when I can. I'd rather spend the money on that, but not spend the money on that, do what I can myself, and save that money and hire somebody for $10 an hour and then pay them all day long. You know, when I learned this in martial arts, if you ever want to open any business, and I'm sure this is true for every business, all business is the same essentially, but especially in a service business that faces customers, if you don't have somebody physically able to talk to someone, sign them up, take money from them, answer the phones, respond to the email, then there's no way you're gonna be successful. There's no way I'm gonna be successful. So the first person I'm gonna hire, and I hope to have them here day one, and maybe it'll be 2 or 3 people. There's a local grant, almost every city has them. They will give you money if you hire people from the job center. And they're, you know, not all the people at the job center I would hire, but there are some young people there. There are some ambitious people there, some people who don't know where else to go. They're there, they're looking to find a new career or a job, provide for their family, and they'll give me money to train them in some of these skills. And I'm gonna train somebody on how to operate the QuickBooks so that they can do the books. I'm gonna train somebody on how to do the social media posting, how to do the marketing, and you do all the back end stuff. And then if they go and they work for somebody else, they're really way more valuable, which is why that federal grant money is there. So almost every job center, every city's got a job center. We've got one just down the street. I stopped in there and I said, hey, I wanna hire at least 1 person, probably 3 in the first month, and is there any money for me if I train them? And they said, absolutely. We'll pay their salary. We'll give you the money, you pay them, and basically I get somebody to work for me for free for several months. But that's the solution. If you want to grow a martial arts school or any other business, you have to invest in people. I'll clean the bathroom here for a little bit of time, but eventually you want to hire somebody who can do all those menial jobs that you don't need to do, that cost you money, so that you can spend all your time where you're the most valuable. For me, that's teaching people on the floor. So eventually I'll hire somebody to clean the bathroom, do the other stuff. But my number one hire, my first person, is someone to pick up the phone and answer, say hello, smile, and get some information, give information, and then ask for that payment. Because when I do that, I will be successful. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna give you an update. This is 1 week. I've gotten a lot done. All I need really are the mats, finish painting a little bit, get my signs up, and then go finish getting my permits from the city. Down here in Florida, there are way more permits than there were in Ohio. So I still have like 5 or 6 places I have to go and stand online. But as soon as I get all my permits, the good thing is they let you open before you have all the permits. I have all the basic permits to open, but then I'll do all the other things that are needed, and I'll be open, probably having classes here next week. I was hoping to have them here on Saturday, have a kids class for my kids and my in-laws' kids, my kids' cousins. I want to have like a cousins class just for fun. But we'll do that next week. We'll have some actual classes. I'll have students in here next week. I don't know where they're coming from or how I'm gonna get them. I do know it'll probably be social media, or it'll be me going door to door saying, hey, I just moved in down the street, this is what I do. I might not be the best person for you, but if you know somebody who needs what I do, you know, just let them know about me. And that's the only way you're gonna grow the business. You don't hang a sign and wait for people to come in, you'll die very quickly. You get out when you have time and you just start talking to people. And I'll do that all next week. I'll do that until this place is booming in full, and then I'll hire the people to teach the classes. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'll have some videos next week too on bow staff and tonfa. People have been asking me for the tonfa. I just found the tonfa today. I've been cleaning out my storage unit, bringing it here. It's got the tonfa ready. I've got a couple of nunchuck videos for next week, but I've got both the bow and the Joe coming next week. So tune in next week, and thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Oh, and thanks for all your support, because I know when a lot of you guys in the comment section said some really cool, awesome things. I haven't been able to respond to all of them, but thank you so much. I really, really appreciate your support.